So, the thing with Bad Guys 2 is that it's the best fucking movie I have seen in so goddamn long.
We stand here today to marry this man, this manly, masculine, manlessly, male for man, and this totally normal woman.
I have been losing my mind over the current state of the animation industry as like going into like as like wanting to work in it and being like, oh my god, this is my passion, but why is it anyways? So this is just kind of like my review of Bad Guys 2. Character design, fucking impeccable. There is nothing I love better than when the characters are just designed. Like their personalities are directly reflected in their clothing, even if what they're wearing is objectively like boring. Like, you know, for example, Kinger, like it's a cute little thing that he's wearing, but you know, like it kind of like reflects like how he's supposed to be like royalty in the Amazing Digital Circus. It's just I just had him over here, so I'll just be right here. What? He can't stand up. Oh god. But anyways, I love shark tooth necklace, and also that they like pointed that out in I get the movies mixed up a little bit, so it was in the first movie, but anyways, when Snake and Shark are meeting, no, that doesn't make sense. Okay, so with Snake and Shark, they have kind of like the beachy, like red outfits. Like they look like they're gonna go to the beach together, which is kind of cute because it kind of like reflects like how close they are. And then with Wolf and Piranha, they're kind of like wearing like what could be considered office attire, especially with Wolf's suit, but like they're kind of like matchy, and then Miss Tarantula just be over there in her hoodie, like real. And that does kind of make her stand out a little bit because she's not really like matching with anybody else, and everybody's like kind of like matching with each other. And then with like Mr. Wolf's outfit looking similar to Diane's, like when I saw that he was like in like more of a lighter colored suit like she always is, I was like, ooh, like that's cute. Like he wants, like he's kind of like trying to mirror her in some ways and to kind of like do like some of her traits, and that's coming out like subconsciously into like his outfit. Like, oh, like he loves her, you know. And then I feel like it does also share like some of the same themes of Shrek as just kind of like in a completely different way. You know, like learning to be a good guy when everybody's like judging and discriminating, you know, like based on their appearance. They're like, you're green, but instead they did like, oh, like you're like predators, which was something that I didn't like about Zootopia. Is I guess they did like, oh, the lamb was evil the whole time, whatever, but it kind of felt like, ooh, like are we are we saying that, I don't know, it kind of feels like a racism. I can't fully explain or elaborate. I am comparing Bad Guys 2 to Zootopia 1 because fuck Disney, I'm not gonna go see your theatrical release. when you're gonna do AI. So Mr. Disney, fix that shit. Fix it now. I don't appreciate this. You can abuse your animators, but you can't you can't replace them. Fuck off. Anyways, also kind of like where I feel like a lot of cartoon shows tend to struggle is this was like very evident with Hazbin Hotel is we're supposed to take Angel's assault seriously, but we aren't I forget the snake guy, but we aren't supposed to take like that's supposed to be like a cutaway joke in the same like 5 minutes. Like I don't understand what is going on with that thematically, and that makes no fucking sense. But I feel like in this movie they did really well is that the cartoon hijinks are so ridiculous that there is no world in which you could take them seriously. So it kind of like makes, which also BoJack did do very well, which is one of the things that I really love about BoJack as a show. And then also with the lollipop is kind of like, it's made sure that that's like the first thing that you notice about her. And then it's like, ooh, like that was like the whole thing, like all along is that like that's her perspective of like, oh, like, well, why would you like try and be successful? Like they're never gonna see you as one of them. So what if you just gave up? Like, you know. And then also I just like I love it when like a minor detail that is like obvious comes up later in the story. That is amazing. I fucking loved that so much. And then with the basic concepts of animation, I do feel like they did that really well. And like just like I love how the 2D eyes are like, and then like the little like 2D like added things like so that it's not too 3D, because if their eyes are like this is crazy. I love The Amazing Doodle Circus. It works really well in that show, but like to see like it doesn't work very well in a lot of shows to do characters with 3D eyes is that it looks really weird. It can't nobody could do what I do. Fashion show. Anyways, but it just kind of gives them like a much more like lovable appearance, and then also shows that like with the new technological advancements we can still find beauty in the traditional way of doing things. I am only traditional when it comes to animation. Why didn't you? It was right there. But it's also like so seamlessly animated that it took me a while to catch on to like, oh, the little smoke poofs are 2D, like, oh, they're cutting like to the 2D style for like a couple of frames or whatever, like to kind of like catch on to that it was like two different types of animation because it was so seamless. Like took me a minute to just like see. And then also it definitely helps with the broader appeal. The eyes are weird. The eyes are weird. Disney, the eyes are weird. Stop doing it. Stop it. And then I also feel like I do really like the optimism in kids media that isn't in like adults media, and like being able to portray redemption without like lingering too much on the anguish of change, like portraying it but not being like, oh god, like not being too relatable. That's the thing about like BoJack. Like I gotta be in a certain type of mindset. Like with Bad Guys 2, I do feel like that's just like my everyday mindset. Like it's not too real that I'm like, oh God, that's how life is. Like it's a little delusional. And then I feel like overall with DreamWorks, they are really good at writing lovable stories. Like with Wolf and Diane, I was like rooting for them the whole time. They were so fucking cute together. Like they are way more cute than Judy and Nick. No one can convince me. They're just so cute. They're so cute. Look at them. They're so cute. Anyways, I feel like also I am gonna watch Zootopia 2 and be fucking disappointed because the first one came out in 2016, so I was like 11, so I do feel like part of why I liked it was like the childish delusion of like, oh, this is good. This is good. I love this, where it's like running off with my imagination, like not even like like when I fully watch the original Zootopia, I am a little bit like this is not what I was watching. I don't know. I do frustrated that it's not like how I remember it to be, because I remember it to be good and then I watch it and it's like bad. So it's like ugh, like whatever. And then also with Disney going towards the use of AI, fuck them. I'm not gonna pay extra to. I have Disney Plus, but I'm not gonna pay extra. I'm just gonna wait until it's on Disney Plus. But stop giving me ads. I'm not gonna go see it. You can't make me. Then also with the credit sequence, it was super cute with it like being in black and white, but like with the colored background, and then like just kind of like being callbacks to some of the best like poses in the movie, and that being like super cute. I either went on opening night or the night after opening night, and then later I got the DVD and watched it at home like twice. So I have seen it like 3 times, so it's not like I just watched it once, but I rewatched it today to kind of get like a final like, oh, like what. But if I'm gonna judge Zootopia 2 just on the trailer, fuck Zootopia 2, and you know, Bad Guys 2 gets animated movie of the year. The Jasper Awards. And then also I feel like with the trailer it is kind of giving away to the Disney like humor that's like very like 2010s. It's like I feel like they don't know how to pivot and how to market towards the kids. I know that Disney isn't really marketing towards the kids anymore, but like they really do not know how to. Like they're more so marketing towards my mom is I think what they're going for is like, you loved Disney when you were a kid. What if we just kept making like kids films for you in particular? But it's like she doesn't even like them, so it's like you fall short of everything. Like I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Anyways, it is also wild that they were like, oh, 10 years later let's do a sequel. Like, girly pop, the competition is stiff. Y'all have no chance. But you know, I'm gonna go watch Bad Guys 2 for a 4th time. Because
Drink water! It's been a while since I've done that.